What's up, Breweries listeners? We are here again in New Hampshire, and I think it's our love letter to New Hampshire.
Yeah, it's like their month, their week. It's New Hampshire Beer Week / month.
With how close Ryan and I live to the border, it's basically our home state.
Basically.
Right? Yeah, we live very close to the border.
You guys go here a lot.
To Spyglass?
Well,
I mean, I
go to New Hampshire. You guys go to New Hampshire a lot.
I do go to Spyglass a lot because my great aunt, twice removed, lives
As we
close-
discussed
as we
previously. Yes.
lives in the area.
Yes.
Yeah. Shout out great aunt Millie. Was that the name that I used?
It sounds right.
Yeah, it's close enough.
I like
Whatever.
Millie.
Millie sounds good.
I have a cat named Millie.
You do? What's Millie like?
She's adorable. She's
Your great aunt's adorable too. So
Really?
I've met her.
She's my great aunt's single. Are you looking?
Single and right.
She's really old. Just kidding. All right. So as everyone knows, we just teased, and if you follow us on social media, you know we're at.
Spyglass.
Yeah, I like Spyglass.
Yeah. I spy with glasses.
Actually, I have to say, during COVID, you guys had this fucking locked down good with like your beer to go sales. Like,
yeah.
I drove from Newburyport, Massachusetts, pretty much here because of Aunt Millie, but also because of Spyglass. And you guys did a great job. I mean, you were one of the first ones to kind of, I don't want to say perfect it, but I think like actually get it really fucking good and have a good time.
Yeah.
In line. It wasn't bad in my car.
It worked out well for us.
Yeah. And I don't know. I like what you're all doing. I think a lot of people know you for those like hypier styles, and I'm sorry if anyone cringes with that, but I know it's such a bullshit phrase, but at the same time, it's what you're known for. You're known for those fruited styles, those New England style IPAs. But I was telling you off air, I had Typo, the Pilsner. That fucking slapped. That was a great beer. That holds up with, I think Schilling and Notch.
Oh, wow.
And Sylvaticus.
I mean, I'm having a bitter right now, and it's great. So, like, clearly you can do more than just IPAs.
Yeah, and I'm not giving you guys lip service. Like, I honestly, like, I saw it, and I know why you named it Typo, because you don't have Pilsners on it. Please tell me that's right.
It may or may not be.
It was a name that was kicking around. It felt appropriate for that beer.
Pythia, yeah. Yeah, so we start our podcast, except for the last one. I didn't start it this way, but we start 99% of our podcast by asking our guests to introduce themselves in their role at the brewery and why you fell in love with craft beer.
Oh, okay.
You guys can rock, paper, scissors on air. I don't
It's
give a
fine.
shit.
It's cool.
I'm John Wagner. I'm one of the owners and a brewer and janitor here.
It's so good when people are honest. Like,
Squeegee master.
yeah.
Ooh, I like it.
Squeegee
Yep.
Source 9000. Yeah.
Fell in love. I mean, craft beer for me started like back in the late 80s. With Sierra Nevada was probably what brought me into it. I'm like, what's that?
Yeah.
What's that taste? It's hopped. Yeah.
Did you hate it at first?
No.
You loved it.
I loved it. Yep.
Nice.
Yep. So yeah, and I still like it. So that's good.
It's still a good beer. It
Yeah.
holds up.
Yeah.
It does hold up.
It's amazing. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's me. Isaac.
Yeah, and Isaac. I'm a brewer here as well. Not an owner. That's too much headache. No.
Exactly, though.
Too much paperwork.
I guess like John. My story goes back to when they were called microbrews.
What? What is that word?
Yeah, exactly. I did a lot of I drank a lot of Sierra Nevada was an early one. I remember when Sam Adams, when that first kind of came out. Pete's Wicked Ale. I don't know if anyone.
Oh, we've heard of this.
We've been asking people who say Pete's Wicked Ale, like, is that actually a good beer, or you do just remember it as a good beer?
That's a good question, and because it hasn't been around for so long, I don't know if I could honestly answer that.
Okay, yeah, no, fair enough.
Probably today, I would probably not think it was a good beer.
Yeah,
We've
But,
said that.
A lot of
yeah.
people have said that.
Yeah.
Sorry, Pete.
You'd still drink it. Though.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
If somebody wants to make a killing, just fucking make a Pizza Wicked Ale. Just for the
Just go
nostalgia.
for it.
Mhm. Oh yeah, I'm sure if that brand ever came back, that would
Yes.
that would definitely be a fan.
Yeah, Zima did.
At least in the industry.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
Oh,
you said you fell in love with like your Sierra Nevadas, your
Pete's.
Pete's.
Yeah. Well, because growing up, it was like my father had he had biker friends and they had a lot of keg parties and stuff. So
Oh, sick.
That's awesome.
Got nips of macro beer and stuff, and that
Nice.
just never I
Never
don't
stopped?
know. Well, that wasn't really exciting for me. And as I got older, as I got to be a teenager, and a buddy with older brothers in
Yeah.
college and stuff, and we would sneak some beer and stuff, and you're like, oh hey, like this does not taste like the Budweiser or whatever. And so
Right.
so that started opening my eyes to that, and
Cool.
and as we get older, just kind of sought that stuff out as I'm more interested in than the macro stuff. Even though it was a little more expensive, we found like it was worth it. Yep. Yeah, absolutely.
Kevin?
Yeah, so I'm Kevin.
Hi, Kevin.
I'm a brewer.
Ooh,
Salmon,
that's cool.
But part time. This is a side thing for me.
Side hustle?
So, yeah.
I like it.
Yep. But I kind of got into craft beer. I went on a exchange trip to Germany in high school and had Beyond Stefana and Spaten and stuff over there, and made me think like, oh
man, I had Keystone.
Yeah, right? Wow.
Yeah, that kind of got me into.
Dang.
Yeah, I was like, I don't want to be drinking. So it's funny. I came back and I was like, asking my buddies like when they'd go to the store for beer runs, they'd be like, "Can I give me some?"
You guys have Pilsner Raquel?
Yeah, exactly.
What is that?
Yeah, and then in college I studied mechanical engineering, so I kind of took it easy with the partying and stuff like that. So and then fell in love with beer again, kind of going out to breweries with my girlfriend. So
Yeah.
it's kind of how I got back into it. So
Awesome.
Yeah, man, that must suck coming back here and just not having good beer like that.
yeah.
Yeah.
Sad story.
So Spyglass, obviously, was that wasn't your original trajectory in life, was it?
No, I started as a software engineer. Okay. In fact, there's 4 owners here. I'm one of them, and we all work together in the software industry.
Yeah.
Fun?
And then
Do you still work in the software industry?
I do not.
Yep.
2 of them do. 2 of us don't.
Yep.
I work here. I've worked here full time for the last couple of years.
Congratulations, that's awesome.
Oh, thanks.
Wow. All right.
There's good things about this that is better. When you're in the software industry, people are paying a lot of money for that software and they're never happy. I find it's so much nicer when you're selling beer for $4 a can and people like it way more than that.
Yes. Definitely.
Yeah.
Even if it's not great, they're like, still is like, oh, it's beer. I love this.
That's right.
Yes.
So it's a happier crowd.
Yeah.
No tech support calls for
Yeah.
beer.
Ooh, yeah. Yeah.
When you first opened, were you the head brewer?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was the home brewer. And my 3 friends drank my home brew. So that's how we started. We're like, oh, we can make pretty good beer in my garage. Why don't we start a brewery?
Yeah.
That sounds easy.
How many years did it take to open?
Probably a year.
A year.
Yeah.
Oh, that's not too bad.
That's not too bad.
From when we got serious,
Yeah.
Yeah.
we said, all right, let's do it. Our plans drastically changed through that year. Finding a building or space is the hardest part for me. Like,
we're gonna get into that because I know
Okay.
there's another space that you have now.
yeah, there is. Yeah.
That's huge for a new brand for you. We hear the story a lot of times. Engineers. I'm an engineer myself, so I'm going to talk a little shit.
Okay.
And software engineers opening up a brewery and they have a lot of capital or whatever. And I'm not saying that you guys had a lot of capital. I don't know that. But you quickly realized that you could not just be the head brewer. Right? How long were you the head brewer for?
Well, when we started, we were a lot smaller. I mean, we had 4 fermenters. We'd brew once a week.
Wow.
Sometimes.
Yeah.
But it was a week off.
Sometimes. Dang.
For me, it's like you guys built that.
Oh, can we go back to that?
Yeah, right.
No.
To me, you guys built that hype. Again, cringy word. With that exclusivity. Was it purposeful?
Absolutely not.
Yeah. Okay. I just remember being like, I drove up here and there's nothing because it sold out.
Yeah, we used to sell everything basically in the tap room. We didn't even make cans. And we started making it. We'd have a release of 20 cases.
Gone.
Everyone can have a 4-pack. That's what else could we do?
Yeah.
So now we expanded our cellar twice until we just can't fit in another
Twice.
tank.
And not so many years. You were open in 2018. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow.
What's the phrase that I use? Lightning in a bottle?
Yeah.
That's the right one, right?
That's the right one, I
Yeah.
think.
Oh, no,
yeah.
I used before.
It's fire in a bottle, I think.
Yeah,
That's what I used
use
before.
fire in a bottle. That was after a couple beers. Leave me stop. Did you guys catch lightning in a bottle?
What's that?
Did you guys catch lightning in a bottle?
I don't know. Did we?
I don't know. I'll tell you in a year or two.
Awesome. It surely seems you did, anyways, from the outside looking in.
Seeing your beer traded across the country.
Is it?
Yeah, come on, you know that. They don't,
No, I don't really.
Really?
No.
people ask for Spyglass a lot.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, I mean, it's sought after. I mean, I think it's you and Branch and Blade and a couple else that are the beers to get in New Hampshire.
Yep.
And we talked with CJ last week from the Brewers Association, and she's like, yeah, having those two brands really help get traffic to New Hampshire.
No, that's cool. Yeah.
I mean,
and there's, I'm always blown away when I see new breweries opening all the time. I feel like, man, New Hampshire's a small state where I don't get out much, but I wish I could. Like, I'd be going to
Where
these
are
places.
you?
Yeah, I know.
but when you opened up, I mean, you mentioned Pete's Wicked Ale, you mentioned Sierra Nevada. Did you envision being known for kettle sours and double IPAs, doing this stuff?
I mean, me and my friends who opened it, we liked the hazy IPA scene. I mean, we were driving to Treehouse, we were driving, up to Portland. And so we were like, why do we have to drive so far? Basically, we're like, it seems like a hole in the market if we're driving.
Right.
Other people around here probably want some. So we kind of took inspiration from like Other Half and Monkish, and like, wow, you can just make 9 different kinds of double IPA,
And they'll just come to you.
like, that's awesome.
Yes.
And we'll like it, So
Yeah.
so we did. That's what we did. Turns out, yeah, we weren't the only ones who like that. And from there, we branched out a little because
You have to.
why not?
You got a little,
Yeah.
right, exactly. Did you branch out because you wanted to try something different, or was it like other people pushing to do other beers?
It's because we wanted to.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, we kind of said we're going to get into this and we're going to make what we want, and we think a lot of other people will want it too.
Yeah.
As our tastes grow, we'll continue to do that.
Yeah.
Cool.
I think you guys do a good job with consistency. Your beer to beer is spot on, I think.
It's Spyglass. Yeah.
I think that comes from an analytical mindset. You're an engineer. You test, and you want.
I think it comes from
Maybe.
an experience.
Yeah, experience too. No. But I mean, listen. No, there are a lot of breweries that will pump out liquid to sell liquid, right?
Yeah.
And there's nothing
true.
wrong with that. But to sell consistent liquid is there's a lot of stuff that's dumped down the drain. I'm sure.
We
do
have
that.
dumped liquid down the drain.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and that sucks. That sucks, right?
We try not to. Yeah.
Right, but
No, and you are very concerned about,
Yes.
John does spend a lot, very concerned about appearance and flavor
Yeah.
and all those aspects. It's not just like, good enough, send it out,
Great job.
Yeah, there is, I get texts from all the owners with critiques of all the beers.
What did you do?
And
Usually good.
Yes, exactly. But it's good because that tells me that they're all paying attention.
Yeah.
And that
Yeah.
helps keep me honest.
Yeah.
With what I'm doing back there as well.
Keeps you on your toes.
Yes, exactly.
Isaac, where did you cut your teeth before Spyglass?
Well, I most recently came from Night Shift down
Yeah.
in Everett. But as far as industry goes all the way back to Ironheart is where I
Cool.
first got into the industry.
Yep.
That was in 2014. Then from there, the defunct Mystic Brewery.
Rest in peace.
Yes, yeah.
We want to do a Mystic episode so bad just to.
Oh, I'm sure Greenhagen would be happy.
Yeah, right. Just to do it. Exactly.
Get Isaac in on it.
Yeah.
There's there's a lot of people that there is a
number.
Mystic Brewers Club
Yes,
out there.
yes.
People that work there. We all have stories, but and then 603 in New Hampshire.
Okay.
I'm a New Hampshire boy. I actually live in Nashua. I'm about
Oh, cool.
10 minutes from the brewery here now.
Yep.
So
So you know how to brew in big batches, small batches.
yeah,
Done a little
yeah,
everything.
A little bit.
yeah. I started small, went
603, yeah.
to a big place, and now kind of came back down.
Yeah.
Trying to actually get away from the beer factory.
Is that
mentality.
crazy to like go from a really large place to a really small, not a really small, but like a smaller place, Is it difficult?
It was well, every place you go, there's the nuances and
Yeah.
kind of feeling,
Yeah.
but It's actually nicer coming from a big place to a small place.
Cool.
Yeah, because everything is smaller, so
Yeah.
everything seems more manageable.
Less button pushing.
Yes, there's more of that.
Darn.
We know that system at night shift's pretty good.
Some of those buttons are pretty nice.
Yeah.
Right?
But you have to make sure that when you push that button, it does the thing it does. So you can't just
You
set
can't
it and
just push it
forget
and walk
it.
away. Okay.
You telling us from experience?
Yeah, right.
Kevin, what about yourself? Is this your first brewing job?
Yeah. So I did a session at Incredibrew
Okay.
when it was still around.
Fun.
Did you do it with Naraya?
I did actually.
We're big fans of Naraya.
He guided us along the way, me and my girlfriend at the time. So after that, I work up the road and would stop in when they would do their can releases, and kind of got to know them, and then saw that they were expanding more and more, and so I figured, hey, I want to learn something new and figure out what it takes to make a good beer. And so I was able to get in here and help out, and they're like, you really want to come in and clean out? What is wrong with you? No.
God bless you.
No, I mean, I think that's actually really cool because a lot of people will homebrew for a number of years and not get that professional experience.
Yeah, I feel like I'm I'm pretty spoiled just coming to like a 10-barrel system like this and not having to, deal with the
other side.
the other side of boil overs on the stove.
Yeah.
That's our favorite, honestly.
Nothing's better than losing a security deposit.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
All right, so we're going to talk about Spyglass and what y'all are known for. I know we've mentioned it a little bit, but you guys have some flagships I want to talk about, and we're going to do that on the other side of these messages. So take it away, Sound Guy Ryan. Oh, I love that.
Did you know that your favorite Massachusetts breweries use hops from a local family-owned hop farm right here in Massachusetts?
Our friends over at 4 Star Farms are there for you whether you're a commercial brewery or a small batch home brewer.
Make sure to head over to their website today and get your hands on some of the best and freshest hops available locally. Cheers.
At our local homebrew shop, Beer and Wine Hobby, you can get everything you need to make beer, wine, cider, cheese, and more. Not sure where to start? They have knowledgeable staff there to help. Beer and Wine Hobby is family-owned and located in Danvers, Massachusetts. Visit their website, beer-wine.com, and use our promo code BREWROOTS for 10% off your online order today.
Shirts on Tap is the box subscription service for craft beer lovers. Each month, Shirts on Tap partners up with 7 different breweries from across the country and collaborates on a sweet custom shirt design. We've been teamed up with Shirts on Tap since the inception of the podcast and are proud to announce a new promo code for all of our listeners. To get your first shirt for $5 off, go to the link in our description below and use the promo code. And remember, drink better beer, wear better shirts. All right, I said on the outro that you guys have flagships, but correct me if I'm wrong. It's not really you have flagships. You have rotating ones that people know you for, but there's never really consistently the same beers that.
Yeah, we have it's just we have a lot of flagships.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
They're all flagships.
Well, that's the model, right? If it's someone can get it all the time, they don't want it.
Yeah.
So that's so we got to make them miss it a little bit before we bring it back.
Exactly.
Yeah.
What's the beer that people knew you for though?
Our first double IPA was Double Helix, and it was
Ooh.
immediately like a hit. And we realized, wow, we need to brew more of these.
Yeah.
And it's on our version 8 now.
Wow.
So I'm sure if I went back and tasted the first one, it'd be a little different. But yeah, we do have rotating beers, but we also make new beers all the time. Almost every week we'll have a different, a new beer. And if, we think that's really good, these hops work, and, whatever we did to the grist is good, then we'll put it in rotation. But we have a lot of beers in rotation, so it does take months to get around.
Yeah.
again.
Yeah.
What inspires you to brew a new beer? Like, where do you get the new recipe from?
I mean, some of them are the same grist where we find a new hop. We're like, well, let's try that. And, you know, what if we combine that with something, you know, this
Yeah.
other thing?
Yeah.
So we're just playing, you know.
That's awesome. That's what beer should be, right? Just having fun and playing around with different ingredients.
I think so,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. If I always wanted just a recipe machine. You just,
Right?
and, you know, hit a button, put the recipe and hit a button and get a glass of beer out and see what that's like, right?
That'd be fun.
so much easier.
Right?
Is brewing like an art to you? I mean, coming from night shift, you brew, I'm sure, a ton of Whirlpool. A ton, you know, you could probably brew that in your sleep. But I mean, does this allow you for some? Do you feel like you're a better brewer because you're not brewing the same thing over and over again?
Well, that's an interesting question. I guess not a better brewer, but a more fulfilled brewer, I think would be a better.
Which I think goes hand in hand, right? If you're more fulfilled, you might be.
Well, yeah, I guess.
Well, it feels better to be brewing different things, I guess, right?
Yeah. Like, I don't feel like my skill set necessarily has improved greatly being in the position where I have more creativity, but I feel like it helps me push through those grinder of a days that where there isn't a lot of creativity. It's kind of
Talking about
That doesn't happen here.
making sure all the cans get filled with all the beer, and, you know, and however long that takes. So I think in that respect, I think it does. It keeps me more engaged, and yeah. So I think yeah. I guess you're right. In the long run, it does, because there is a little more care in the final product. You know, not that I didn't care. You know, when I was making Whirlpool, like, I love that beer. I drank that beer every week.
It's a great beer.
We
Yeah.
canned it fresh every week.
Yep.
But and you know, and yeah, being able to do it in my sleep and know, you know, there's something satisfying in that. But at the end of the day, you're right. It wasn't, you know, it was another batch of Whirlpool, and
But also, like, the ability to have, like, recipe development here. I don't know how much you had at night shift, but
no, yeah, I had some stuff there, but it was more I would, you know, send stuff and hope that, you know, that the head brewer, like, oh yeah, actually that sounds like something we could make. Where and here, John gives me a little
No.
yeah.
Nice try.
Yeah. Well, I never got an amber ale there. No matter
Oh, no.
no matter how I tried to cleverly market it as something
Right.
else, he saw right through it.
Damn it. Did you ever get an amber ale here? Also still trying.
No, yeah.
Okay.
I mean, bitter, you know.
That's close.
amber ale,
That's pretty
you know.
close,
Baby says
right?
this is our first sub 5% beer too, so you know.
Whoa.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Well,
That's awesome.
Well, you tell me. That was my impression.
Probably.
You wouldn't let me make one before, so I don't think you did either.
So let's talk about that. Why did you come here? Like, no offense, but like you like classic styles, it sounds like, right? Like, why was this the place you came to? They were hiring.
Well, no. Well, I mean, we've known each other for you know, John and I.
Okay.
The owners, like, you know, we met before, you know, and
Cool.
I live in town, so
Yeah.
I would come in here and drink beers. I often would drink the non-classic style or the non-hazy.
You're that
the
weirdo.
classic style, yeah. You know, and chat with us. So it's
Love
like,
it.
you know,
Yeah.
so, you know, we had a good rapport and we got along. But also it's, I mean, that's the industry. I mean, and it's not like, I certainly, you know, drank my share of hazy IPAs.
Of course.
And you
Yeah.
know, and I still know, you know, obviously I need to know, you know, what tastes good and what the kids like, and, you know, what, you know, what elements are, you know,
What's cool these days?
yeah. Like, so, you know, I still need to be able to taste it and know, like, are people going to like this?
Right.
Are people not going to like
Right.
it? And actually, in a way, I feel like it's almost better because I don't have a lot of personal preference. You know what I mean? It's not,
yeah.
my personal preference isn't skewing. You know,
Anything,
it's
yeah.
more is like, you know, understand, you know,
I know this is
Trying to
going to sell or whatever. So
yeah, like this is sort of the flavor profile
Yeah.
and the hops, or, you know, this sort of element is what people are going to like, and I know
Yeah.
that, and, you know, or hope that I know
You think
that.
you do.
know? Yeah.
It seems like you're doing all right. I mean, I don't know.
You know, so it's I guess it's all a challenge. Yeah,
Yeah.
like we joke about that. Yeah, like I'm big classic style and stuff, and like hear me grumble or something.
Yeah.
But then 2 days later, I'm like, hey, like these guys are putting pastry cream in a sour. Can't we do that? It's like, wait, what?
What are you doing? What?
Yeah.
What
Who
even
are
is
you?
that?
So even though I guess even though it's not necessarily what I want to drink all the time, like it's fun. Like the challenge is fun, you know, and it is fun to try to create stuff that
Definitely.
people like, and then there is some reward.
Probably a challenge for you too, like you were saying. Like it's not necessarily your preference per se, so it's kind of like a challenge to make maybe a different style that you wouldn't go towards, maybe. Mm-hmm. You know?
Oh
So-
yeah, absolutely, for
Yeah.
sure. And I think the sours being because I don't drink a lot of those, but I do get very excited
Yeah.
about making some interesting stuff, particularly with those.
That's
So,
cool.
Yeah.
Nice.
So, Kevin, you mentioned Solomon and doing some brewing. Have you been on the brew deck and brewed some beers?
Yeah. I come in like every weekend when we're doing the double batches, and
Fun.
yeah.
Man, they really got you. You guys got a good deal
Dang,
with that.
I know, right? Good deal here.
They have a cot upstairs for me.
Yeah.
sleeping,
That's perfect.
We have another part-time brewer, Jesse. She's out of town right now, and Kevin broke his hand, so we're really feeling it.
Wow. Nice.
Oh yeah, but yeah. Every Saturday I'm up there on the brew deck, and then during the week come in after packaging, come in and clean and do stuff like that, and then help out, kind of throw some ideas around for recipes.
I was going to say, as
there,
the
so,
quote unquote young kid here,
yeah.
The young buck.
yeah, like, do you come with a lot of like cool suggestions for like the next greatest IPA?
Well, I try.
Okay, cool.
I keep an eye out,
His last recipe was a throwback, so I don't know.
Oh, wow, dang.
So you're doing some recipe development.
Yeah, here and there.
Throwback
so.
Hazy.
Yeah,
yeah,
Ooh,
throw-
throwback
yeah, throw
Hazy.
Hazy, yeah.
You know, from like
Dark.
5 years ago.
Yeah, had crystal
dark.
malt and everything.
Oh, what?
It was all
yeah.
Cascade too. No, I'm just kidding.
Nice.
Yeah, no, sounds fun.
Yeah.
Cool.
All right, so it's not a rumor anymore, but it was the worst kept rumor for a little bit of time. But you're opening a new location, right? Right down the road.
What?
We are, yes.
Yeah, right off of Exit 8 on
Off exit 1.
Exit 1.
We're on
Yeah.
exit.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, I'm so sorry. Exit 1. Yeah.
Yeah.
Talk about
Yes.
the new location.
It's up on top of the hill behind
Ooh,
the Big Castle
fun.
Hotel.
Yeah.
It's we got a whole building ourselves, so
Nice.
yeah, and it'd be 10,000 square feet. as
What are
opposed-
you on right now?
This is 2,800. But we've
Yeah.
on paper we're already out of room, so I
Yep.
think we need to move again.
Yep.
Shit, I hate it when that happens.
Great. Wow.
No matter how big you make a brewery, you run out of room.
Yep. Yep.
How many tanks are you going to have there?
I don't know, but we're going to get a new brew system, 20
Cool.
barrel.
Wow. That's
and
awesome.
so
So
we'll have
double
some-
what we had.
Oh,
Right.
yeah.
So pretty much everything double. We'll take our 20 barrel tanks. We get 40s there, and we'll have outdoor seating and a lot of seating inside.
Awesome.
Any idea on we can see that?
Right now.
I tell people I wish I knew. Like I thought I did before, but now
Supply
things
chain
are-
stuff's crazy.
It is, yeah. So you just never know. There's like, yeah, it's back ordered till here, and then when you get a
And
little
guess what? It's
closer,
still back
then it
ordered.
moved. Yeah.
Yep.
It didn't actually leave on the boat yet.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
Fun.
Did you expect in 2018 you'd already outgrow this place?
It's hard for me to even remember 2018.
Yeah, you
Probably
went through
not.
a pandemic.
Probably.
Too.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, we kind of when we started out, we expected, we'll just have it a part-time thing. We'll still, work our day jobs.
Spyglass, a part-time
Yeah,
thing.
yeah,
Hilarious.
Yeah. So but then I finally came to the realization, no, I can't. I need to dedicate myself here.
Yeah.
So that's all right. It's worked out well.
Yeah.
Is this, you're selling this place though, right? This isn't going to be like a second location.
We're shutting it down. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, we
Okay.
don't own this.
Gotcha. Okay.
The beer kind of speaks for itself. I mean, you're brewing good beer here. It's gonna with a better location. This location is not. It's not the best.
Nope. It's
No.
not. Yep.
Are you nervous?
Yep.
100% confident.
Yeah.
Not worried about anything at all.
So
I
confident.
feel the same as when we were planning this place.
That's crazy.
We had a spreadsheet with, okay, all these are the tanks we'll have. This is, how much it'll cost. You can put everything when you're planning a brewery down on the spreadsheet. We'll fill 10-barrel tanks. We'll get this much liquid. The only thing you don't know is how many people are going to walk through that door.
Right.
And you'd never know. Like, I just don't know. Luckily enough.
I think you'll be fine.
But we need twice as enough.
Yeah.
You guys already like can and distribute throughout New Hampshire, right?
We sell 90%, 95% of our beer right here.
Yeah. Okay.
We when we can make enough, we call the can stores, and
Gotcha.
they'll come here and pick up an allotment.
That's crazy, right?
'cause you're
Ryan's reaction there was great.
But I mean, it's pretty much only Nashua, right?
What's
pretty
that?
much only Nashua that you distribute.
Oh, no. Actually, well, we had someone from Meredith, which
Yeah.
is on the
What?
Lakes
Oh,
region.
yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. They just show up.
We did distribute some kegs down to Boston and through Massachusetts.
Wow.
Recently, a couple
Cool.
pallets.
Yeah.
Which is, fun.
Exciting. Yeah.
I look at that more as just trying to drum up some interest.
Yeah.
I mean, they'll
No,
bring
definitely.
people
Spread the word a little
up this
bit.
way, and
Yeah.
And sometimes you just have to do things. They don't make financial sense. You just want to do it because it's cool.
Exactly. And that is cool.
So
Why not?
To go to Armsby Abbey and have my own
Ooh,
beer.
that is really cool
Yeah,
though.
right.
That is
They're awesome.
Yeah.
Nice.
Sometimes people are gonna give me shit for this.
I'm giving you shit right now.
Even though some things don't make a lot of financial sense, like collaboration beers.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, come on.
Throw it out there.
What's your opinion on collaboration beers?
I wish it were easy. It seems like it should be easy
the
to
idea
do.
of them is great.
But just we're just running on a treadmill all the time, and so let's collab, because we like this brewery, and let's do, they have a cool idea, but it's like, oh man, that's an interruption in the we got to
In your
jump off.
schedule.
Yeah,
You're still like locked in.
Yeah. But we try to find some time to do that.
Yeah. Who have you collabed with?
Oh, Branch of Blade a couple
Yeah.
times.
Equilibrium.
Equilibrium. Yep. Channel Marker.
Yep.
Of course.
Yeah.
They've collabed with everyone at this point.
Yeah.
We just did Icarus down in New Jersey. They were just
Oh,
up
wow.
here last week, so
Oh,
we
cool.
have a collab with them. And
That was probably one of the cool ones, right? Like, because just like a fun thing. Like, why not? They're from New Jersey. Like,
Oh yeah, and I didn't know any of those guys, so
It's like,
it's
I've
always
never
fun
heard of
to
them.
yeah,
No
and then-
offense.
And they were cool. Yeah.
yeah, and they
That's
were
cool.
yeah, which is that's the key part. They were
That's a plus. Yeah.
All right, we got to keep the lights on.
Oh,
I don't have anything to spoil it. 'cause I got to think of a
I like
question.
recording in the dark. It's fun.
I have these blue lights on my glasses now, so the lights don't bother me.
Oh, that's
So,
cool.
yeah. All right, cool. So we're gonna take it to the sponsors, and then we're gonna think of a good question, and we'll be back.
Take it away.
Cheers.
Are you a solo artist, band, podcaster, or anyone else who needs recording services?
Well, we got a place for you where your vision can become a reality.
Welcome to Small Pond Studios, built by hand with heart and sweat equity by musicians for musicians.
Go to smallpondstudios.io to reach out to get more information. And make sure you let them know that Brute sent you. Hey, Sound Guy Ryan here. Didn't know if you heard, but we're a part of the Hopped Up Network. There you'll find other informative podcasts about beer. So go ahead, follow them on social media, and visit them on their website, hoppedupnetwork.com, to learn more about the people, beer, and breweries from around the country. And until next time, thanks for listening. Cheers.
So cool, we're back.
We're back, and my favorite topic is Untapped. I love Untapped. It's my favorite app ever.
It's the best.
I think it's really, really, really
So
really-
rad.
I was gonna say like really useful tool for every brewery out there, and I'm sure they get a lot of good feedback and change all their business models.
Absolutely. I mean, I think we make most artists.
Yeah.
What's your opinion on Untapped? Has there been any good feedback you've ever received from it?
Yes.
Okay, great.
it's treated us pretty well, actually. But it does the useful part about Untapped, your brewery like us, is it does. Like we, for instance, exported a pallet of cans to Europe a couple times.
What?
Which was easy for us to do because they're like, "Oh, what's your Untapped score?" Okay, yep.
Really? They based it on
Wow.
Because that's
That's
when you get over there in
cool.
Amsterdam, people go into the can shop. They're going to post Untapped scores right there.
Wow.
And so if you have a beer that ranks high, they can sell it, right?
Yeah.
I guess it's like kind of in the wine world where it's
I was gonna say the
it's
wine
like
spectator.
90 or whatever. Like, ooh.
What does that actually mean? If they actually read the scores.
I don't know what it means, but awesome.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. That sounds
exactly.
right.
Yeah.
Other
Cool,
than that, it
cool.
is ridiculous.
Great job, you guys.
All right. I like to ask this question. We don't ask it much, but if you could change one thing about Untapped, what would you change?
Man.
It's working for them. They would do nothing.
It's just kind of absurd to reduce the beer down to a number between 4 and 4.25.
Yes.
In beers that aren't hazy double IPAs just don't have much of a chance unless it's a huge stout. But a Pilsner, we all see those. This is the best, example of a Pilsner, 3.75.
3.25. Or I don't like stouts. 1 star.
Yeah.
Ah, thanks.
Basically.
Yeah, I think like Pilsner or Kel has like a 2.7. It's like
Yeah.
it's like a world-renowned beer. Come on.
Yeah. Well, that's what. Yeah, we were like. That's what I'll be like. Oh, what is notches? Blah blah blah. Or what is
Right,
or whatever
right,
the
right.
classic.
Yeah,
like, what's a
gauge it
brewery
against
that
that.
makes a
Yeah.
quintessential classic style of this?
Yes. You're
What
like,
is it rated? And then we'll
Yeah.
judge it against that. It's like,
All right, we're all right. We're doing it.
Nice.
Isaac, what would you change about Untapped? Blowing it up is not an answer.
No. That they, without an account, that they shouldn't let me look at anything, and that would just make my life a lot easier. I actually don't have an account, so
Good for you.
I deactivated mine.
Nice.
it limits how much I can view, which is probably good.
Yeah.
All around.
Kevin?
Yeah, I'd say like adding weight to the styles of beer for like the scores. Like
Like substance?
Yeah,
Yeah.
like you said, like a good Pilsner is a 3.75 or something like that. It's like really that should like in the Pilsner world that should be.
They could curve it, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
There
There
needs to
you
be
go.
weights.
Curve.
Like, there's
Yeah.
weights. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my
Well, bell
God.
curve.
Or they should only let
like the
brewers
visual.
comment.
Yes. Only brewers are allowed to rate this
Yeah,
one.
that would be the highest rated style.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, a rating system just for industry
For brewers,
people. Yeah.
right? That's great for industry ratings.
We'll
like,
split that idea. That was
I like that actually.
Oh, have you?
Patent it. Yeah.
The problem
Yeah.
is everyone would be nice because they don't want their friend.
Yeah, everything would be 5 stars. Everything.
I know brewers are like, oh yeah, that guy's he used to work here, and I know his brother, and this is like he's a good guy. It's like,
5 stars.
Have you had beer from this place? Yeah, they're good dudes there.
Yeah. Oh, so you haven't actually had their beer? No, but 5 stars.
No, well, that's it. It's like I have, but they're good dudes.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
So support them.
so what's next for Spyglass outside of this new brewery that you're
The
planning
new location.
that you're already too big for? Right?
Yeah. What's next?
Our Dark Mild series.
Yeah.
What? Yes.
Joking.
Tell me more.
But to be honest, I mean, we do, since Isaac's gotten here, and we didn't hire him for this purpose. We have brewed a lot more classic styles. It's something we wanted to do, just to have a variety. They're great for the tap room. The cans don't sell as much, but when people come in, that's cool to have. So I
They pour really well.
Yeah.
In the tap room,
Yeah.
and that's
Yeah.
what we're hoping with the new location that we just see more
Yeah.
of that.
Exactly.
Another option
Yeah.
for people.
Yep. So I think, and I think, craft lagers is a word, right? Like it's
I
getting
agree.
even more popular.
Yeah.
Like, so I think that's really cool.
A lot of times the brewers are saying, "Oh, it's brewer driven," but I think it's now starting to get consumer driven.
I agree. Yep. It may have been brewer driven, but it's it's caught on. Yeah.
Yeah,
A fire in a bottle.
There's a
No, I'm just
local. There's a pub up the street I drink at. Yeah, and that's and it's double IPAs or lager. Like those are the two main
That's fun.
things that they're pouring. but I mean, it's and it's not just me.
No,
you know
but
what
that's
I mean?
cool.
So that's what
the
I
thing.
feel that there is a market outside of industry
Yeah.
people for lagers.
I know you did a Pilsner, but are you guys lagering here? Yeah. You are. You have a lager?
Not one currently in the tank, but
Yeah.
we do lager. Yeah, we did we had a fest beer
Ooh.
back in September that was lager, and that came out really, really good.
Awesome.
Looking forward to doing that again
Nice.
this year.
Nice.
Well, we're doing another one. We have them on the schedule.
Yeah, I got
coming.
yep.
So is it difficult?
We have a cold
So,
in
like-
the tank right now.
Oh, cool.
Actually. That's
Summer
so.
Kolsch.
Yeah. Yes. Is it difficult to plan your brew schedule when you're like, we could be moving anytime now? Like, how do you brew around that? Like, that just sounds crazy.
Yeah, we got to figure that out. Then.
Yeah, right?
I just keep putting stuff on
just
and
keep brewing. Just keep going.
until John
We'll
tells
stop
me.
at some
yeah.
point.
At some point, we'll have to say that
Well,
brew is going to be
That's
over
the last
there.
one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, yeah, it'll probably still be the same. It'll just be on the 20 barrels, so we'll just
Yeah.
plan on scaling that up
Yeah.
when we get there.
I don't even really want to think of it
Cool.
until I know.
Smart.
Okay, here's where we're going
Yeah.
to be able to start brewing. Yeah.
It'll be like that day. It'll show up. You'll like, get to stop now. Cool.
Your team here, you've got a good team. It seems like people
Yes.
stuck around to do a podcast outside of an hour. But I mean, we walked in, everyone's joking around, and it seemed like you have a big name, but you guys are really humble about.
And small. Like, you
Small.
seem like a
We are.
family, you know?
Yeah, I mean, all of our employees are former customers.
Yep.
Wow,
Which is interesting.
Kevin. Yeah.
So, they were here because they wanted to be.
Or you were smart enough to hire him.
Yes. You get to know someone, and it's a lot more comfortable than hiring someone based on an interview, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, we try to. We know brewing's hard work, and running a brewery is hard work. It's hard in the tap room. It's hard in the back. So we need to keep people happy.
Yeah.
Because even when it's a successful brewery, it can get stressed out.
So what do you do to keep your staff happy?
Pizza
Hard
party.
question.
Pizza parties.
I try to just be flexible and just fill people in as much as possible and hear them if they want to do something.
Yeah.
Try to accommodate.
Yeah. Cool.
Just I don't know. I count on them to let me know if they're not happy enough.
Yeah, right.
No, and that's it.
Please
John,
speak up.
And he's he's good
Yeah.
and responsive, and John does a lot of stuff around here, and will step up
Cool,
and help
cool.
out in a pinch. So that's huge.
Yeah.
especially for someone that's got a lot on his plate like he does.
Yeah, right? Seriously, that's awesome.
As the brand grows, any plans to streamline the can art to make it more consistent with each other, or? That's not a negative
No.
feedback. I just it's
no.
we see brands, and as they
Yep.
continue to grow, it's like all their cans,
Yes.
looking cookie cutter and all that stuff.
Very jealous of them. Yes,
Yeah.
that would have been easy. But I don't feel like that's us now. That would be. No, I like to just be just do whatever we want on any can. I don't feel the need to have any similarity between them all.
Cool.
I like to just keep
That's a good enough
keep it
answer.
different,
Done and
right?
done.
Keep it weird.
Yeah.
I mean,
I love it.
Yeah. All right. So the name Spyglass, where did that come from?
I knew that was going to come up.
Eventually.
We don't ask it always.
Oh,
This one-
it's a great story.
It really is.
Is it the? It was available.
It was the only one available.
It wasn't taken. Yeah, I mean, really, that's it. We thought it had a good ring, and we thought that'll be easy to make a logo.
No.
It took so long because it's such a long, skinny shape. It's hard to put on anything.
Yeah.
It's not a circle, But yeah, we just thought, I don't know, spyglasses are cool.
Yeah, they are.
Pirates.
I like it.
Right? I don't
Yeah,
know.
oh,
That's
no,
what I think.
Well, thank you for doing this today.
No, thanks for
thank
coming.
you.
Yeah, we appreciate it. I'm excited for your new space because coming here, it's good, but I think
I'm excited
parking
for a
and
bigger space.
Bigger space, yeah.
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 That's like just Spyglass. That's like not.
Yep.
a bunch of other
Plenty of
businesses.
parking there.
Yeah, it's
Parking,
a
yeah.
it's a standalone building.
Right.
Yeah, so
Right behind a castle. What's more?
Yeah, right.
yeah,
Of
exactly.
castles.
The hotel I went to.
Are there
prom at.
dragons?
At least it's not the one that had like pirate ship in it.
No,
that one doesn't exist anymore. It's quite close.
I worked there as a busboy. In
Oh my God, yes.
Yes, there was a
So many
there was
stories.
a hotel that had a pirate ship in Nashua. Yes.
the Bounty Lounge. Yep.
Ooh, the Bounty
Yeah.
Lounge. I love it. That is a great name for, or not. I mean, I don't know. Either way.
Well, we want people to come here. Where are you physically located?
we are in 2 Townsend West, Unit 8
Unit 8.
in Nashua.
For
right
now.
Off Amherst Street. Yes, exit 8.
Yeah, and you guys are all on social media. So what's the social media?
We are. Yeah. What's our social media?
We'll link it in the
At
YouTube.
Spyglass.
Yeah, you'll find us.
Search it. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, thank you for doing this today.
Yeah, you're welcome. Thank you.
This was a lot of fun. Yeah, we
Yeah.
love what you're doing, and that's again not lip service.
Appreciate it.
Really digging what you're
Doing a
doing.
great job.
you.
And they're more than just IPAs, people.
Or fruit sour.
Yes.
Yes.
Or
yep.
fruit sours, yes.
And we'll keep making more as long as you keep buying.
Yeah,
Exactly.
Please buy them.
Well, cheers.
Cheers. Thank you so much.